Hey all, how you doing? It's Matt, back with a 400-hour review of my trusty MY18 Atom 80. To date, again, it's been a great motor. I'll get on camera here. Yeah, it's been a great motor, as you guys know in my previous videos. Just under 400 hours on it. And really, since my last video, the only thing that had, really caused me some issues was, again, exhaust. And I'll show it up close in a minute of exactly what happened. But I ended up just repacking the exhaust and actually replaced the tube on the exhaust. I actually bought a new tube, and I'll show you why I had to do that a little later. Other than that, it's been great. Just about, again, 400 hours. One of the things I've been considering doing is the lower end. So that means the lower bearings, cracking the case open, splitting the case. But my friend up in LA, I just did his, and he said he opened his up at 450 hours. He said the bearings look great. Everything looked great. He said he didn't recommend doing the lower end, maybe 550, 600 hours. So I don't know. I got to think about it because it's a little involved, Got to buy about $100, $150 worth of parts, time, all that. And I probably won't be putting as much hours on it because you'll see I got another motor. There's a couple reasons why I did it. One, I got a good deal on the motor, got a good deal on the frame. So I went ahead and bought another one. This is an MY20 with about 20 hours on it. As you can expect, it's been running great. So anyway, just hope I get as good a luck with this motor as I did with my first one here, which I'm debating on what to do with it, whether to sell it, keep it as a spare motor. I don't know. If you have any ideas, drop a comment. If you're interested, frame, everything, harness. I'm looking to maybe get rid of it because having two motors, if you don't run them enough, then, they possibly have issues. So, again, nothing crazy. The motor's been running great. I'll probably, in about another 10 hours or so, do a top end, put new rings on, clean the head. That's probably about it. Clean the carb, of course, all that. But she's been running strong, running great. So I'll show you some things here. Just kind of looking around my shop here. These gloves, you probably see Tom Kubat. I got them. I love them. They're awesome. Had them, mainly 40-degree weather is about the coldest I fly in, 30, maybe 38, and they've been great, even on the medium setting. There's been a lot of talk in the forums and stuff about oil. This Atom 80 oil, it's not super, super expensive, but, it's not cheap. So again, a friend of mine gave me an idea. He did some research and found that these two products here are pretty much what that Atom 80 oil is. And so I took an old container here and marked it. Marked it with where on a new bottle where this stuff, this Molly Lube additive, where does that stop? And then the rest is this synthetic oil right here. So you put them together, and they look identical to the $10 little bottle of Atom 80 oil. And these two bottles together probably cost me $20, and it would probably make about 30 or 40 of those little bottles. So, again, that's been great. I've been running it in my gearboxes, no problem. And last but not least, the PPG Smoke headset. I've been one of the guys that's luckily chosen to kind of get the early release on it and do some feedback, and so far it's been great. I've had no issues with it. Again, on an Atom 80, it's a great headset because the engine itself is quieter than a Moster, so with that noise canceling, the passive noise canceling and the active noise canceling, it's been awesome. It's been great. It sounds great. So maybe I'll do another review on that, but it's been a great addition to my paramotoring gear that just keeps piling up here. But actually, while I'm at it, might as well give you just a quick walk around on my new motor. This is a SkyMax Atom 80. I love the frame. I like it better than my Impulse. Although this has been a great frame. It's a great beginner frame, tough. It's pretty light. Not really bad to say about it. Although the torque compensation, people say the Atom 80 doesn't have any torque or much torque. I'll just say in my experience, maybe because I'm only 148 pounds or so, I do notice it. If I definitely noticed it. And then, but when I got on the SkyMax here, the way it torque compensates is different than my Impulse. I think it just compensates better. It's more. It's got two ways it compensates. Of course, the bent arms, much like a mini plane. And then in the back, there's, where is it? Yeah, this bar down here, this bar that the swing arms are affixed to, this bar right here, so make sure that's in the frame. This bar can slide left or right. So, you know, because it's a geared motor, right, it pulls to the left. So you want to have your left carabiner further away from you. So you can actually slide this bar further out if you want by loosening these two nuts right here, slide it out, tighten them back up. So anyway, there's it has a lot of torque compensation. It's been great. It flies straight as an arrow. So I really like the motor, and it's a couple pounds lighter than my Impulse. The one thing people kind of get weirded out about is the soft tank. And, you know, to be honest, when I was thinking about buying this motor, that was something in my mind, like, oh, man, soft tank, really? Do I want to go down that road? Is it, you know, strong? Is it, you know, is it going to split on me in the air or whatever? There's a couple videos out there on what SkyMax did for testing, and I tell you, they fill it with water, a full 12 liters, and dropped it from like 20 feet onto hard pavement several times. Didn't budge. So I'm a believer. If you know, you can get almost every last drop. It's a non-vented tank, so as you use the gas, it kind of, you know, sucks down almost like a Capri Sun juice box thing. But the clunk is all the way at the bottom, so I haven't really run it dry, but it seems to do fine. And then they're about $80 to replace. So, you know, when you're, you know, I'm thinking I'll probably replace, you know, maybe every year and a half or so, just preemptively get a new inner tank. So anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for you know, watching again. Most of this video wasn't on the motor. Again, really, it's been a solid motor. You know, I'll see if I want to keep it as a spare, or give it to someone, you know, sell it to someone else. They can get some hours out of it. I'm confident this motor's got at least 200, 300, 400 hours left. Hey, let's talk about why I replaced my cylinder on my Atom 80, the exhaust pipe. So really, I was getting a lot of leakage really at this seam here, and this is all just you know, gasket material, so that's, you know, all comes off. But really, the problem I had was on the last time I rebuilt it. You can see here these holes. See how they're kind of egged out? There's one there, and that one is also kind of egged out. So this is kind of a caution. When you do rebuild this, you got to be really careful to make sure that these holes on the elbow and when it mates up, they really line up all the way around. And what I ended up doing, and I didn't really realize it till after I'd got it together, but when I got it together, it wasn't seated all the way. So what happened is I had already riveted 2 or 3 of them, and then I realized it was a little cockeyed. It was cocked a little bit this way. Now, not that much. It was all the way in, but just it wasn't seated square to the pipe. So when I got to the bottom, I got kind of lazy, and what I did is I just drilled these holes out a little more. These two here. These just didn't line up. I thought, and I was like, you know, that might cause an issue down the road, but whatever. And sure enough, after about 150 hours, what had happened is those bottom rivets loosened up. And so you could actually physically move this a little bit. And pretty much it's done at that point, because you're never going to get a really tight fit with these holes egged out. So I just decided to get a new cylinder and put new holes in. So yeah, so that's why I ended up putting the new cylinder on. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And yeah, we'll be flying this machine probably more often, and you know, start building some hours on it, a MY20 version. And yeah, let me know if anyone's interested in possibly purchasing this paramotor. Again, been a solid motor. It's an Impulse LT. Weighs about 47 pounds empty. So yeah, again, thanks for watching. Take care now.